Well, hello, I'm Erica. I am Odd. I know I usually say I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, but I truly have since about 8 years ago. Maybe 9 this September. Jenna Marbles made a video 8 years ago called 30 Life Lessons I've Learned in 30 Years for when she turned 30. And the moment I saw that, I knew that I was going to be doing one too. Because I will say I have lived a lot of life in my past 30 years. I've had really, really good memories, and I've had very traumatic things happen to me. And if we don't laugh, we'll cry. So we're keeping it light this video. But I feel I have a lot of kind of odds and ends advice maybe, some of which I'm sure you've heard, others I think really are sort of niche to me. So I'll be posting this about a week before my 30th birthday, so technically I'm 29 making this, but I feel confident that that week gap will be all good. So I made a list. Here are 30 life lessons I learned in 30 years. So we're starting with number 1. I feel like this is going to divide a lot of people, and that's fine. But this comes from something I've witnessed my entire life. So it feels like a good place to start because I don't remember a time in my life where my extended my extended relatives, I should say, because I don't consider a lot of them family, were having children. So here's what I'll say. My number 1 life advice to everyone: babies fix nothing. I want to be very clear here. I want to be a mom someday. I am not anti-kid, and if you are somebody that doesn't want to have kids, I fully support your right to not have kids. That is you. I will never try to convince you to have something that you don't want. But for me personally, I do want to be a mom one day, and I do want to have kids. However, I knew from a very young age, seeing my extended relatives having babies for the wrong reason, I knew I wanted to wait a long while before I would have a baby. There is a lot of teen pregnancy within the universe of all of my relatives. There's a lot of adoption, which is why I have so many cousins and so many people I'm still discovering that I'm related to, but I digress. Lots of teen pregnancy, lots of whoopsie babies, lots of, what do they call it? Wanted surprises, a couple of save the marriage babies. Nevertheless, my number 1 advice to everyone in the world is that babies don't fix anything. So if you're having a baby, do it for the right reason. Don't do it to make a partner stay. Don't do it so that you feel you have this unconditional love. Every scenario, just don't do it for the wrong reasons. Do it because you want to have a child with the person that you are with and you want to have a family together. That is the correct reason to have a baby. Number 2 is a life lesson I also learned very early on, but I feel like we all continue to learn throughout life. No partner is worth losing yourself over. Just don't lose yourself in your partner. Be yourself. You should still be individuals, but you should also come together, and you should absolutely be equals and love each other and just support each other. I'm talking about changing who you are to fit your partner. You're just not yourself anymore, and that's not fair to you. So you need to find somebody who wants to be with you for exactly who you are, and you want to be with them for exactly who they are. It doesn't mean that you never have tiffs and you never disagree on things, but at the end of the day, you like and love each other for who you are. Don't put a brick in front of your hammock. You will break your foot. I did that when I was about 16. I didn't break it technically, but we had a little flat brick, something that you would make a walking path out of in front of the hammock so that you could push off. Well, I didn't have shoes on one day, and I went to go push off, and I missed on the swing, and I slammed my pinky toe into the brick, and I fractured the side of my foot. I had to be in a boot for 2 weeks. It was not fun. Don't do it. Okay. People will have a problem with literally anything you do, so just live. There's somebody who's been talking about me for the past 5 years that we know of that has a problem with me breathing. I'm still gonna live my life and be me, baby, so just be you. Do not argue with a delusional person about their delusions. Do not argue with somebody who is determined to live in a delusion about you or about themselves. It's not worth it. You're not going to get through to them. That is something that happens with time. There are people in this world that view me as a bad person because I protected my peace from them, or I held them accountable, or I didn't bend to their every will. In their mind, I am the bad person, and that's fine. That's okay. I'm not going to argue with them about that because there's nothing that I can say that's going to change their mind. Hopefully with time they wake up a little bit and see the errors of their ways, but nevertheless, what are you gonna do? Therapy is good. Go to therapy. I was somebody for the longest time, I was like, I don't need therapy. I'm not weak, so I don't need to go to therapy. Newsflash, you're not weak for going to therapy. You're actually really strong because you have decided that you need to break down to the absolute deepest core of your psyche. You get this level of self-awareness that you didn't have before, and you have these tools to deal with your traumas and your triggers, things like that. Therapy is good. No is a complete sentence. This is a quote from Elizabeth Olsen that I heard, and I love it. It will keep you from burnout a lot of the time. Sometimes you just have to tell people no, and that's okay. It's valid. Everyone should learn self-defense. This is like a rule of life. Paprika can fix almost any beef meal you put in a crock pot. Now, to be clear, you gotta get some nice beef to start out. If you're tasting your beef meal, it's just like a little bit bland, you don't know if it needs more salt, more pepper, add a little paprika to whatever it is. Beef and paprika communicate well. I would rather be cold than warm. That has been reinforced by the heat wave going on recently. Are y'all happy? The ones that I miss summer people, go stand and appreciate your summer. I would much rather be in my home during a snowstorm, food stocked, I'm baking all day, the house smells delicious, I'm in a sweater. It's beautiful. And I'll tell you this right now, if you're in a pool with a frozen drink and you're still sweating, you're that's your day. It's horrible. So I'd much rather be cold than hot. Growing and canning your own food is pretty punk rock. A way to take care of yourself. You're getting true organic food that you know exactly where it came from. You know everything about that food. And then you can can it and you can have it all year. And it's this way of self-sufficiency and independence and taking care of yourself that I just really love. It's very punk. Reading is magic. It's something I've always kind of known, but as we know, I've had a very complicated relationship with reading up until these past few years. And I just love it, and it's one of my favorite things in the world, and I think that anybody can really find stuff that they enjoy reading. You just have to keep looking. You're allowed to be multidimensional in a world that wants to put you in a box. I feel like there's a lot of pressure within society to sort of, you decide your job right away when you're 18 years old, graduating high school, when you know nothing about life. You have to pick your job, you have to pick your career path, you are expected to get married for some reason within your 20s. That was never happening for me. I was never getting married in my 20s. Absolutely not. I've always been a wait till my 30s girl. You are allowed to not be put in these societal boxes that they try to put you in. Breakup revenge should be legal, but inconvenience them. Here's what I'm saying. Don't do illegal things. Don't do it. This is your sign not to do it. You can just take the batteries out of all of the remotes and put them in like a niche drawer in the home. You can just unplug everything. Like nothing vital. Like we're keeping emergency alarms plugged in, people, but like the TV or his Xbox, legal. A faint line does mean pregnant. Learned that the hard way at 19. Also learned that sometimes your body expels it unexpectedly before you 100% confirm that you were pregnant. Learned that one the hard way too. It's funny because it's not. Having a degree doesn't mean you're smart. Some of the dumbest people I have ever met in my life have a higher education than me. For reference, I have a bachelor's degree. When they have a very high level of education, somehow it makes them the smartest person in the room. And when you think that you are the smartest person in the room, that is when you are the dumbest. Just so you know. They lack common sense. Where you're like, hey, I know you have a master's and a doctorate. How have you survived this long? Just know, if somebody tries to belittle you because you have a lesser education than them, hit them with some knowledge that you know specifically within your field. Watch their brain short circuit. Don't apologize because you want forgiveness. Apologize because you are remorseful. We know that I'm a big advocate for you don't have to forgive people. And you don't. I'm going to stick with that until the end of my days. But just because, this is something I've noticed too a lot with people interacting with me specifically. One of them literally said, she already said she won't forgive me, so why would I apologize? Well, you should apologize because you're remorseful. You feel bad at what you've done. I have given apologies and I have said, I don't expect you to forgive me. What I did was horrible. X, Y, or Z, and you have to get to this place of humility where you gotta humble yourself and go, hey, I really up. And I want you to know that I recognize how I hurt you, and moving forward, I'm going to do my best efforts to never do that again, but I understand if you can't forgive me for what has happened. The apology is not for you to get closure and get forgiveness. The apology is for the other person to know that you have done soul searching and recognize what you have done wrong. Don't eat black beans if you have IBS. I have never felt such pain. Say it to my face or don't say it. Forgive yourself for the things that you did and the people you dated before your frontal lobe fused. As long as we're talking about a situation where everybody was an adult and everybody was consenting, you can let every other mistake go. Just let it, it's okay. It's all right. You didn't know any better. Your brain wasn't all there. It was still figuring it out. My best advice, go to therapy. Travel to every coast and touch the ocean. My feet have been in every single ocean that touches America. And I'm very happy about that. And it just kind of shows that you have traveled farther than maybe the next state over. You've been to every coast. You've seen sort of different ways that people live in different just environments. It's really cool. It's like a nice little bucket list thing. Fart in front of your partner. It's the deepest level of love you'll ever experience. I don't know why it's weird to have like a bodily function. I don't know when that became like a thing, but I'm over it. I can't live like that. And thankfully the man I'm with doesn't expect me to be like that. He'll buy me Tums. Get you a man like that. If you are comfortable with something, remove yourself or it from the situation. You do not have to be uncomfortable for the sake of keeping the peace or saving face. Don't live in a way that is so uncomfortable that you're constantly in fight or flight. It's not worth it. Your life is too short. A relationship should not feel like a second job. I was with somebody for years. He and I were not healthy for each other. We never should have been together. I don't know why we were together. It felt like a second job. I was the only one putting in any effort, and that's not fair to anyone. Relationships are give and take. They are never 50-50. Some days you can only give 20%, so your partner has to pick up 80 and vice versa. It's just how it goes. But it should not feel like a second job that you have to work at so strenuously for nothing. Find somebody that makes you feel secure and safe. Stop making yourself small to make people feel more comfortable. Let's bring back bragging. Bring back, I accomplished this, I accomplished this, I'm very proud of myself. And if you don't like it, doors over there. Sometimes the right decision is the hardest and saddest decision you will ever make in your life. There is no correct way to do life. Again, I feel like I kind of said a variation of this, but we will reiterate. You do not have to fit whatever bull schedule has been put in front of you by whatever bull person. Getting your degree late in life, guess what? You still got a degree. Having kids late in life, guess what? You still had kids and you're a good parent. Getting married late in life, guess what? You waited and you found the time to find the person that is your person. You are on your own timeline. A crock pot is easily one of the best items you can invest for yourself as an adult. Dude, I got through college with my crock pot. My old crock pot, I finally got a new one, but the old one I just threw out, I literally took to college because I'd make big meals. So like, I just have leftovers till they ran out. But I would make just meals and meals and meals. And in the crock pot, because it would cook while I was at class, I'd come home, I'd have dinner, and then I'd have lunch and dinner for the next day. So in short, a crock pot is super easy, and this kind of goes hand in hand with it, which is why I didn't make it its own point, but you should know how to cook for yourself. Like as an adult, teach yourself how to cook. No one is asking you to make a 12-course gourmet meal, but learn how to make some meals for yourself so that you can take care of yourself. Constantly buying food, it gets expensive. You need to know how to take care of yourself. My best advice is literally invest in a crock pot, a good crock pot. Porcelain or ceramic insert crock pot. It will change your life. Or a slow cooker, whatever brand. If someone gives you an unwanted opinion, ask them which of your bills they will be paying this month. Like if somebody were to say, they're like, oh, I wouldn't have gotten green bedding. I'm like, oh, you gonna pay for my bedding? And obviously everyone's entitled to their opinion in this world. However, you don't have to put any stock in people's opinions if it just doesn't line up for you in your life. And last but not least, you are the only person on this earth that will be with you every single day of your life until you pass. You better make sure you like yourself. If you're focused on what other people have and what other people are doing and what you're not doing and what you don't have, you're not going to be happy. But at the end of the day, who you are with every single day, every single moment of your life is you. I'm not saying that you're not going to have bad days or be insecure or feel bad about yourself. You're a person. Duh, you're going to have those days. But every night I go to bed and I go, I'm okay with who I am as a person. I really am. I really do like myself. Do I agree with every single decision I've ever made in my life? Fucking no. If I sat there and went, I'm a good person no matter what, all of the time. No. But I hold myself accountable and I learn and I have grace with myself and I do like myself. And you should like yourself too. And after all of that, it's all just glitter. It's all just dust. It's all just intangible temporary things. You, no matter your condition, no matter your medical condition, physical condition, spiritual condition, emotional condition, financial condition, you need to like yourself. And if you don't, you need to take steps to like yourself because you are a person worth liking. So you need to do what you can to just live the best life that you can. And that's all that you can do. I wish I had a funnier note to end on. That is it. And if you're seeing this on its premiere date, hey, subscribe for my birthday. And if you're seeing this after the premiere date and my birthday has happened, subscribe for my birthday. Next video will be a birthday haul. I will show you gifts and books and things that I've treated myself to for my 30th birthday. It's a big one. By the way, turning 30 means nothing. I don't know who needed to hear that, but it means nothing. It's a milestone and it's super cute. It's an age. We're all on a rock hurtling towards the sun. It's an age. Just embrace it and have fun. It's fine. I have I've always felt 30. Now, does that speak to some trauma in my life? Yeah. But nevertheless, I've never felt more myself. I've never felt happier about myself, more confident in myself. I've never liked myself more. You can't tell me. It's gonna be a great decade I'm living. All right, be sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.